Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
Let's go. Take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
And now out comes Houston. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You don't always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Check. Fresno. Right there.
Now Watson. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Short throw, pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, first and 10 at the 40.
Check.
Watson with a give to Miller. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Set. 18. And 59. Watch the screen.
On first down, Watson going deep for Hopkins. This is caught inside the 15. 33 yards that time. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
A first down carry now for Miller. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up. Get it down. Mike 5-4. Hey, tighten. Hustle. Hey, son!
Throwing on second and 8. Watson. And it's caught. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
That's another Texans first down. First and goal at the 2-yard line.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll go with Foreman, and he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Texans draw a bit closer. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Prescott. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack.
It's second down.
Hey, alert 3.
We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter. 14-7. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Dak dropping this one off for Zeke. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Prescott from the gun on third. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
So on fourth down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. DeAndre Carter is deep for the Texans. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. But he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism, because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken short. And now out comes Houston. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. A shotgun snap for Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long.
Hey, 24. Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
Now it's Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. That's caught at the 25. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 39 yards there, a big one. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And that cuts into the deficit. It's now 20-10. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
That'll be taken in the end zone. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 16.
26. 54, Mike, 54.
Second half begins with a run from Miller. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Watson. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
There we go. Watch it, come on, boy. Come on, boy.
On the RPO, Prescott's going to keep it himself. Oh, Prescott stripped, and the Texans scoop it. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns. These are going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10.
Watson's pass to Will Fuller. Out of bounds at the 39-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Reset. 19. Mark 54. Defense wins championships, baby.
From the 39, Watson into the hands of the tight end. This is Jordan Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Check, check. Walk 54. Walk 54. And we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
From the 39, Watson. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off Byron Jones. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 42. On the RPO, Prescott's going to keep it himself. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Jadeveon Clowney able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
That's on the Pro Bowl guard from Notre Dame, Zach Martin.
Pick your game up. Check, 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 check. There we go. Kill. Heavy. 90 is the mic. Hey, let's get some penetration here.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. Throw right side, taken in by Gallup. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 25-yard line. On the RPO, Prescott's going to keep it himself. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Tackle made by Whitney Merciless.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up. 90 is the mic. Got one. 90 is the mic.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. Running with Elliott. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. It's 1st and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky 4th down call. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Now Elliott. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Houston, it's the Cowboys with a football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the 4th. Second and goal from inside the 5. Again to Elliott. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. A 4-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. Now, let's not forget that was all set up by the 4th down conversion earlier in the drive.
Would have been a complete letdown if the drive doesn't culminate this way, wouldn't it? If you're going to go for it on 4th down, your intention is to make sure you get a touchdown out of the drive, and that's exactly what they did. Converted, and they converted a second time for 6 points.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This will be taken very short. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. The sack by Robert Quinn.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Throwing on 2nd and long. Watson. Caught left side, Hopkins. 30. 10. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins. 79 yards. And the Texans get a bit closer.
You've got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late. That they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did. Now Watson, he's going to lead the Texans up to go for 2. Watson now to throw. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Here we go.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. Prescott from the gun. Oh, he's got his man open out of the backfield. 25 yards that time.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Yeah, they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And this is taken in at the 5. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ball game.
After the big play, a chance to finish now. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. A 1-yard run on 1st down, another yard that gets him into the end zone on 2nd down. Maybe not much for the yards per carry average, but hey, 6 points.
Yeah, bottom line is it doesn't matter there. You've got to find a way to wedge it into the end zone. Yards per carry, that's out the window. How do you score? And on the 2nd down, they had something going. They got a yard before. They thought they could do it again, and they got it done.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This will be taken short.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. From the gun, here's Watson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by George Iloka. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. The give is to Elliott. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. You got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Fighting through, and he's got space. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, 31 yards. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. And he keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This will be taken very short. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
What's that? 19. 54 Mike. I want that. Give me that ball, Pete. To the car. Give me that ball. Give me that ball.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, get in the way. Switch. We're going to 54.
A first down carry by Elliott. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give them 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
Here we go, 46.
On 3rd down, Elliott. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Marr on for the extra point. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now.
Makes the score Cowboys 47, Texans 18.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This will be taken short. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
We're set. Like any egg. Check. Walk 54. Walk 54. Set the toes.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Fuller. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20. On 1st and 10, Watson. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 34. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys are just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.